Once Wilson accidentally swallowed a watermelon seed and cried because he was afraid that a watermelon plant would grow inside him. Chester swallowed with him.
Okay, well,
Don't worry, Chester. Now, if you grow a watermelon plant, I will grow one too. Chester duplicated his Christmas list every year and gave a copy to Wilson because they always wanted the same things anyways. For Halloween, they always dressed up as things that went together. Salt and pepper shakers, 2 mittens on a string, ham and cheese. They really are 2 peas in a pod, said Chester's mother. Looks like it, said Chester's father. In spring, Chester and Wilson shared the same umbrella. In the winter, they never threw snowballs at each other. In the fall, they raked leaves together. And in summer, they reminded each other to wear sunscreen so they wouldn't burn. Chester and Wilson, Wilson and Chester. That's the way it was. And then Lily moved into the neighborhood. Lily had her own ways of doing things. I'm Lily. I'm the queen of everything.
Lily plastic purse. And I think it's the red same author, one of my favorite books.
She wore band-aids all over her arms and legs to look brave. She talked backwards to herself sometimes so no one would know what she was saying. And she never left the house without one of her nifty disguises. Lily waved at all the cars that passed by, even if she didn't know who was in them. And she always carried a loaded squirt gun in her back pocket, just in case. She definitely has a mind of her own, said Chester. That's one way to put it, said Wilson. When Lily asked Chester and Wilson to play, they said they were busy.
yes.
When she called them up on the phone, they disguised their voices and said they weren't home. If Lily was walking on one side of the street, Chester and Wilson crossed to the other and hey. She's something else, said Chester. Looks like it, said Wilson. One day while Chester and Wilson were practicing their hand signals, some older boys rode by, popping wheelies. They circled Chester and Wilson and yelled personal remarks. Chester and Wilson didn't know what to do. Just when they were about to give up a hope, a fierce-looking cat with horrible fangs jumped out of the bushes and frightened the older boys away. Are you who I think you are? Chester asked. Of course, the cat replied. Thank you, Lily, said Chester. You're welcome, Chester, said Lily. Thank you, Lily, said Wilson. You're welcome, Wilson, said Lily. I'm glad you were wearing a disguise, said Chester. And I'm glad you had a squirt gun, said Wilson. I always do, said Lily, just in case. Afterwards, Chester invited Lily over for lunch. You have a muscle mouse cup, said Lily. Of course, said Chester. I do too, said Lily. Same here, said Wilson. Chester and Wilson cut their sandwiches diagonally. Lily asked Chester's mom if she had cookie cutters, and she made stars and flowers and bells. That's neat, said Chester. Wow, said Wilson. That night, Lily invited Chester and Wilson to sleep over. You have a nightlight, they said? Or said Chester. Of course, said Lily. I do too, said Chester. Same here, said Wilson. Chester and Wilson wanted toast with jam and peanut butter for breakfast the next morning. Boring, said Lily. Try this instead. This is good, said Chester. Wow, said Wilson. After that, Lily asked Chester and Wilson to play. They said yes. When she called them up on the phone, they had pleasant conversations. And if Lily was walking on one side of the street, Chester and Wilson waved and ran to catch up with her. Chester and Wilson taught Lily hand signals, and she taught them how to pop wheelies. Lily taught Chester and Wilson how to talk backwards, and they taught her how to double knot her shoes. Some days I can't tell those apart, said Lily's mother. Me either, said Lily's father. Chester and Wilson and Lily. Lily and Wilson and Chester. That's the way it was. For Halloween, they dressed as the 3 blind mice. For Christmas, Lily gave Chester and Lucy nifty disguises, and they gave her a box of multicolored shoelaces, extra long for double knotting. They loved to go on picnics. When Chester and Wilson told Lily about how they had swallowed a watermelon seed once, Lily swallowed 3 of them. I'll grow a watermelon plant for each of us, she said. In the spring, Chester and Wilson and Lily shared the same umbrella. In the winter, they never threw snowballs at each other. In the fall, they raked leaves together. And in summer, they reminded each other to wear sunscreen so they wouldn't burn. Chester and Wilson and Lily. Lily and Wilson and Chester. That's the way it was. And then Victor moved into the neighborhood. Alright, you guys come up with some?
I came up with 2.
Alright, do you want to come put them up here?
I can also think I put a lot of
It's okay.
I forgot you were king.
going like that. Good and scared because first he was scared. Confidence.
So let's see what we have. We have for Chester that he was scared, playful, friendly, and nice. Yeah? You guys all agree with that?
Yeah.
We have unique. Chester likes peanut butter, has really good friends, copycat, creative, and influential. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sharing, playful, worried. He's pretty worried, huh? So they were copycats because they did the same thing. They were like peas in a pod, good friends. They were playful, teacher. They like to copy each other. Friendly, weird, brave. Is this for Lily? Oh yeah. Friendly, weird. Yeah, she was pretty brave. So, and then Chester, Suwanji said he was smart, but he was a copycat, and Lily was silly and nice. For Lily, we have playful, friendly, nice. She had ideas. That's a good one. Playful, excited, disguised, friendly. And Lily was unique, and she liked to create, or she likes Band-Aids. And she's creative. Yeah, do you guys keep thinking of anything else, or do those all seem to sum them up?
Oh, they're kind of all boxy. They're a little bit boxy because they're all because some that. And at some point they're just gonna get really generous.
Generous, why would you say that? That you could say that they're kind to each other.
Yeah.
They're kind.
Oh, they're thoughtful.
They are thoughtful. That's a good one.
They remember to put sunscreen on.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good job of referring to the butt.
I think they're silly.
They are. Lily's definitely silly.
Yeah,
And then once they meet Lily.
Because she has a water gun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in her pocket. And the Tyson.
Mhm.
And she scared silly boys away.
Yeah. What did you just write down?
I just wrote down everything we basically said. Kind, thoughtful, silly.
Awesome. Thank you, Dylan. That sounds pretty good. All right, are you guys ready to read Gooseberry Bark?
Yeah.